morning, everyone, and thank you for coming to our Sunday morning live with me and Sean. How you doing, Sean? It's been a hot minute since you and I've
I
been together.
know. I'm good. I'm tired. This is my third live in a space of 24 hours, which is usually what it takes 3 weeks to do. But it's good to be here. It's been a long time since you and I have been able to hang out together. So very excited to be able to finally be able to reveal what little project we have going on. But I'm going to let Katie introduce it because this was her brainchild. I just kind of came along for the ride, but I'm excited to see how this all goes.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do, some kind of something in July with you, and this has been the first time we've both been able to even get, well, from my point of view anyway, trying to get you pinned down to do something in July because we couldn't do it last year. So, it looks like we need another light. What do you think? It looks fuzzy, doesn't it?
No, it looks fine to me. So I say just
Yeah,
just roll with it.
yeah. So, I found we found a cute little pattern on Fat Quarter Shop that was free, and I will tell you post a link here directly for it. Um, and it's a little mini quilt that he and I are going to do together, and we'll spend this month working on it on lives and behind the scenes too, probably. And we want to share it with you guys. And so, without further ado, this is what we're going to do. He and I are going to do a little Merry Mini Quilt for Christmas quilt, and it's small enough. It's going to be, what does it say the finished size was supposed to be?
Like 30, 32 by 32 or somewhere in that range. I'm not
Yeah,
sure that.
yeah, 33 and a half by 33. And this is the cute little pattern right here. It's you can let me spotlight here so everybody can see it better. And it's short, sweet, and simple. It only has 4 blocks. And as you all, if you've ever done a Fat Quarter Shop pattern, y'all know that Kimberly makes sure these are well written so that any beginner can make them. This is what Sean and I are going to do. And then I'm going to spotlight Sean here in a minute so he can show us what fabrics he plans on using.
Yeah.
I have some of mine pulled out. I'm probably going to do my famous wait till you see what Katie's going to do thing, because you know how this rolls. But yeah, you get a little tree, you get a little house, a couple little things right here, and it is super duper cute. And you can hang it on your wall or hang it on your front door. Make I forget what you call them when you do it on the, what are those called, Sean, when you hang them on the outside of your front door?
Door hangers.
Some kind of door hanging thing. I don't know what they're
Yeah.
called. But yeah, because I've never been interior decorator or exterior when it comes to stuff like this. But this is really fun. I don't remember what year Kimberly came out with this pattern. There's even a blog about it on their blog page, but it's simple. And you just need your Christmas fabric. And, she did one thing I noticed, there's a separate sheet here. Let me find it. Which is finishing for it, which I printed in black and white. But anyway, it also gives you all the finishing things. That's the last thing we'll have to do on it. So anyhow, let me unspotlight this part. You want to show which camera you want to show them the fabric on?
This main one right here.
Okay. Hey, I met an Australian yesterday, and
Oh,
he
very nice.
for Friday when I worked,
Yeah.
and he's related to Queen Mary.
Oh, very nice.
Him and his wife were there, but his wife was in poor shape, but he meant they finally got to get the cruise in between her problems she was having.
Well, that's good. All right. Hang on a second. Let me just scroll this down a little bit, then realize it was showing so high. All right. So um Katie was saying a minute ago that you could pull out all your Christmas fabrics, but I decided to go a little bit different. I just went scrappy. So these are some batiks, and these are more tropical, but I figured why not? Because Christmas
Some and
and
everything. I
Christmas.
haven't cut nothing.
Ah, well, I realized I actually need 4 of each of these instead of two, so I'm going to have to cut those real quick. Whoops. And then I found this nice red.
Mm-hmm.
It's an Alison glass fabric, and then the background I'm just doing white. This is for the first block that Katie showed, and then the blue is this beautiful batik here as well.
I have some of that.
Okay, yeah. I think I got it from, I think it was part of the, what,
Might have
12?
been part of cotton cut stuff.
It was the one where you open up the little package each day in December. And then for the second block, I cut out the fabric for the second block, I just have navy. And then this pretty blue here as well. So I'm just picking up scraps and what matches nicely. So you can always just play with it and do scrap stuff as well. So whatever works for you.
Yeah, I want to try, I'm trying to think I have any of that very light. It's not turquoise. I can't think of what she calls it.
I'd say aqua or
That really light blue green. I can't remember what she calls it. Because she uses it a lot in her stuff.
yeah, I used it for a different project. I think I was doing a block with Martha a while ago, and I had a little bit of it left over. So
Pretty.
yeah, I figured, why not use it? Yeah, it was the 12, 24 days of quilt, the ones where you open up a little fat quarter each day, because her and I did that together where we opened it up as a premiere each day, and then we were going to do some blocks, and then that just didn't pan out for some reason. I think life got in the way.
Life does sometimes, let me tell you.
Yeah. So we just, when
You
you
never
had this, and I
know.
was looking at the colors, and I was like, oh, this would be a nice tropical Christmas, because for most of you, Christmas is cold and snow, sleighs and hot cocoa and all that sort of stuff. And I'm used to it being like 105 degrees outside, tropical, go to the beach or the pool, the lake. So I kind of wanted to put that inspiration into this little project that I'm doing.
Yep. So let me say hi to everybody in the chat, and then I'll show I'm still ruffling through some of the Christmas fabric that I actually have. I actually have more, but I kind of sort of don't know where all of it's at the moment. They're in totes somewhere. Because of the, the craft room debacle thing. Good morning, Mona from Rip It and So On. And hi, Denise. And yes, I'm aware I saw it this morning. This is what happens when you get old. Let me see here. We've got Lori here. Welcome, welcome. And that's all I see in here right this minute. I'm not sure.
We had like 10 or 11 people watching a little bit ago. I think everyone's just looking. So,
No, I need to go look because it doesn't look like we have but 4 people in the chat.
I think a lot of folks watch from TVs and stuff too, and it's not easy to chat from a TV.
Yeah, you have to use your phone. That's what I do if I'm laying in bed.
Plus, we're on early and stuff too. So, all right. Now I think I have enough pieces of fabric.
Okay, well, I hadn't cut nothing because I was still trying to figure out what I wanted to use.
See, I decided to be organized, and I thought I was. I cut it all out like beginning of the week. I was like, I don't want to be doing this last minute and stressing and everything else. And
Well,
then,
I'm still so jet lagged. It's crazy. I mean, I should already be snapping out of it by now. But when you fall backwards, yeah, because see, when I go to the United States, I feel the jet lag when I'm in the States. When I come back from the States, I don't feel the jet lag because Greenland is ahead, not behind.
see, when I go to
And
Australia, I do fine going there, but
yeah,
struggle coming back.
yeah,
I do
and
worse.
yeah, so the struggle is real right now because Denmark is ahead of us. And when we got there, travel had already worn me out, so I was already going to sleep at a decent hour. And now I'm still on Denmark time, so I'm waking. So this morning I was awake at 7:30, but I went back to sleep because I didn't have enough sleep as it was. But it's been like that all week where I wake up really early in the morning, been going to bed at around midnight, but I'm still not where on Greenland time doesn't feel like, Nikolai, on the other hand, his sleeping habits are so built into him because of the ship. It's 6 hours on, 6 hours off kind of thing. So
Yeah.
he's sleeping better than I am, or he's not having the trouble I'm having right now because my brain is foggy right now. It's
Yeah.
kind of weird. So hopefully
So you're
next,
kind of the
and then
you're
we
kind of the
were
opposite to
rain
me.
all day Friday, and that contributed too. So okay, let me show everybody what I'm kind of looking through. I was originally thinking about using this. I don't know. Let me turn this light on, see if that helps.
Oops.
Oh no, that might make it worse. I thought about using this for the Christmas tree, but I also found I had this piece. Oh, by the way, no, hang on a minute. This is cotton. Okay. And I have this, and I think this is the one I'm going to use for the Christmas tree one. Because look, it's super cute.
Oh, there you go. That looks
And it's
good.
the
Yeah, I
right,
haven't.
it's a pretty cool color, right? You know? So I thought I would use this one for the tree. But I had some of this, and I did not realize this. But look, Sean, this is the front.
Oh, okay.
Now look at the back. It's batiks.
Oh, there you go.
So they put some kind of something on the front of it. It feels like it's soft, but it's metallic or whatever this is. And then I have this green right here because we use green more than once in here on that. I think that's what's this one called? Hang on a second. Let me find that particular one. It's called
Now,
something.
I will disclose I have not cut out the fabric for the third and fourth block yet because I figured I'd just do it for this week.
Yeah, block one is the one you're working on, the poinsettia. Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
and
there's green here. So I think I'm going to use this, which this is batik. So there's going to be a mix of batik and cotton in this quilt. I'm thinking I'll use the green here and use this red. What do you think?
sounds good to me.
I think it would be pretty cool. And then let me show you. The only color I don't have is this. I forget what she calls that color, dadgummit, because she likes to use it a lot. But I have some where is that white at? Because I was going to show everybody what background I wanted to use, probably throughout the entire thing. Uh-oh.
I was boring. I just used white.
Yeah, it's a white, but it has it's a white with what do you call it, tone on tone kind of thing. But it's here it is. It has a gray whatever you call this. I thought I would use this as the background.
Oh, there you go. That'd be nice.
And there should be enough here to do all four blocks with this color. And if not, I can always go with another different white, because they don't have to match each other.
Oh, definitely.
But yeah, so I think that's what I'm gonna do is I'm going to start out with this and this, and I just need to find a different color for right here that's in the center of the poinsettia. So my creativity brain in gear here trying to decide.
Fair enough. Yeah, so it looks like Patricia's here with us. Denise is here. Good morning, Miss Laurie. And Christina, good afternoon to you. Your mate from Tuba Chat is here. Kevin, right?
Hey, Kevin, welcome. And
And then
hi to
Annette's here.
Christina. Yeah, and Annette. Yeah, and I'm gonna have to iron this stuff, but let me share Tuba Chat's link.
And so we have an interesting question here from Patricia, I think it was. Yes. No, sorry, Denise. I'll get it right here in a minute. She is asking how long does jet lag last? And I'd like to hear your input on this, and then I'll throw my 5 cents worth in as well.
Okay, so we were gone 2 weeks in Denmark, so it's probably I noticed that the jet lag is not as bad today as it was. He's only been home less than a week because we come home on Sunday. So usually for a shorter thing, which was usually Denmark, I should start feeling better within the next couple of days. So maybe about a week. But when it's the United States, because I stay a good 9 to 12 weeks when I go to the States, because when you spend a ton of money, you need to make sure you get everything done while you're there. My jet lag can last 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know about you, Sean, but the only reason it lasts now, see, when I fly to the States, time moves forward. No, time moves backwards for the United
Yeah.
States. Sorry.
We're 3 hours behind you.
Yeah. So when I go to the States, I might feel like a couple of days where I'm disoriented by time, and then I'm on my feet running. And it was the same with Denmark, because their time's,
There's 3 hours ahead of you.
ahead of me. But when I come back, it's lagged, and it's hard to explain. It just depends on how long I stay somewhere, and then that'll determine how long it takes me to get my clock back where it's supposed to be. And it's summertime on top of it, so to make matters worse, I don't have any sense of time during summertime.
Oh yeah, because you have like how many hours of daylight do you have?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you what time of the day it is when I walk outside.
That's true. So for me, it's a little bit different. I've read research online that it says that the human body on average takes about a day per time zone you cross to overcome jet lag. That's kind of like this industry standard. So, but that doesn't always work. Like when I go from here to Australia, depending on the time of year, it can be either 14, 15, or 16 hours ahead of us here on the East Coast of the US. Normally it's 14 because we go in the summertime. When I fly to Australia, I usually land like I get very little sleep on the plane. Unless you have one of those nice comfy seats up front, it's really hard to get a lot of sleep. So we usually land there at 6 o'clock in the morning. We run around all day, and about 6 p.m., Amanda and I crash. Next day, I wake up, I'm fresh as a daisy, and I'm ready to go, and my jet lag is over. So my jet lag going to Australia is over in 24 hours. Coming back to the States, whole different story. It takes me a good 6 or 7 days to get back to normal, but which is pretty good for crossing 10 or 11 time zones. But it doesn't seem to matter to me if I've gone for 10 days or if I'm gone for 5 weeks. So, but I think everyone's different. Like everyone handles jet lag a little bit differently. Some people get over it quicker than others. I mean, flight attendants can adjust time zones like lickety split, but that's what they're paid to do. Same thing with pilots. So yeah, I think it just all depends on the person and how you and your body handles it.
See,
but yeah, I think
that's why I mentioned Nikolai, because his work shifts on the boat is 6 on 6 off kind
6
of thing.
off. So yeah, he'd
So
adjust
his
quicker
body
too.
is used to doing things on the fly, and I'm not, because I don't travel enough. He's used to traveling. Traveling doesn't wear him down like it does me, because I don't do it all that often, and he does it all the time because he has to due to his job.
Yeah. So no, that was a good question. So
yeah, it's a very good question. And women are different than men too. And this one size fits all doesn't necessarily, yeah.
absolutely, and that's why I preface my answer that way. And Annette, I think we talked about this on my live a few weeks ago. Someone suggested that you try swimming, and apparently that is a thing that if you want to get over jet lag, you go swimming. So I want to try the next time I fly somewhere that's a few hours of difference. I'm going to try that swimming thing and see how well that does. That's going to be Sean's little experiment. So
swimming pools are in hotels and stuff in the United States, but I didn't see any. We don't have well, Nuke has a swimming pool. Sissy Moot has one, but I'm never there long enough for that. And
yeah,
I
I'm going to
haven't
try
seen
that.
any swimming pools in Denmark, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that next time because we normally go during the American summer because that's when Amanda's off school and stuff. I mean, I wouldn't want to try swimming in Australia in the winter time, but I'm usually over jet lag down there in 24 hours anyway, so that wouldn't be a good indicator of. But yeah, I think when I come back to Virginia, I'm gonna try that, go to the beach or go to a pool or something like that, and just see if that works. Because yeah, apparently I did some research on that after someone mentioned it, and it actually worked pretty. Apparently, it works really well. So I'm gonna try that. But I don't know when I'm going to Australia next. So oh, there you go. Brenda says last time she flew, it took us 3 days, but I've not flown that far. Could just be the over peopling I've done while I'm gone, and that could be it too. Yeah, it's always.
Well, it's interesting that like when I fly into the States, like well, for the most part, I think I've only ever one time. I actually don't. I've only ever one time flown straight from Denmark to California at the beginning of a trip. Normally, what I do is I fly into the East Coast first, do whatever I got to do on the East Coast, then fly east to west. And sometimes flying just from Florida to California for a day, maybe one day, I'm still sitting on Florida time, you know.
Yeah.
And so if you go to bed at 12 o'clock, Florida's 3 hours ahead of California. You're awake still later California time, you know?
Yep.
But it doesn't take me long to get on my feet in California. It's just I find flying from California to Denmark as a one long haul, that's about an 11-hour flight on an airplane. And I only sleep about 4 of it, and that's it.
You're doing better than me. Yeah, it's like 16 hours from San Francisco or Los Angeles to Sydney. And if I get 2 or 3 hours sleep on that plane, I am doing well.
Yeah, I can't
Well,
sleep on an airplane for some weird reason.
Although if you give me a Benadryl, I can sleep very, very well on the airplane.
Speaking of Benadryl, I don't know if you're aware of this, but I'll put it in your ear anyhow. Benadryl has been linked to Alzheimer's disease.
Well, I won't be taking it because all it does, it'll knock me out. Like, honestly, I've taken it twice in my life, and both times it's knocked me out cold for about 12 hours.
Yeah, I used to use it for sleeping. And then when my friend Melanie told me that, I'm like, I'm not taking that anymore. Because I was not aware that it was linked to Alzheimer's. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to be one of those with Alzheimer's.
No, no, thank you. I'll pass on that. All right.
Yeah.
Good evening from Adelaide, Australia. It's good to see one of my fellow countrymen there with us. I'm actually in the US, but I grew up in Australia. So welcome, welcome, Intrude. Intrude in 1972. It's good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Does Intrude have a first name?
I'm not sure.
Intrude, do you have a first name that you would care to share with us? And did I see that good morning, Geraldine. Hello, hello. Yes. And Annette's here. It's good to see you.
Yeah, never made it to Adelaide. I wanted to go to Adelaide for the last Formula One Grand Prix there in '95, but I couldn't make it, unfortunately. Closest I made it to Adelaide is Port Augusta.
And how you doing, Kevin? It's good to see you here in the chat. Kevin's been getting around.
Yeah. So how was your trip to Denmark? Did you have a good time? I see you got your quilts done, which I know was something that you really wanted to accomplish while you were there.
I got 4 of them quilted. And the lady that quilted it, her name is Connie. It's Connie's Patchwork and something. She was impressive. They were friendly and kind, and I got to meet some other. What I did is how I found out about her shop is Diane was bending my ear. My friend Diane, you've seen her a couple times in lives. And she was telling me, she says, she was also helping look up things. And the way I was trying to find quilt shops, the reason I couldn't find them is I was using the wrong word without even realizing it, because I forget that sometimes Danes use different English words that in comparison to what we use as Americans. And so she had sent me to a website she found that was just outside Fano, which I never made it to because of all the stuff that happened before we even got in the air. And and it occurred to me, why don't she says, have you checked on Facebook too? And I'm like, no, but something occurred to me. I knew I was going to Sickleborg, and so I put in my search button quilters near Sickleborg. Lo and behold, I found a Facebook group for Sickleborg patchwork, and that's what they were using, the word patchwork, not quilt.
Okay. Yep.
And that was why I couldn't find anything legitimate on the Google search as far as quilt shops. I mean, you could put fabric in there and it would give me all the ones for stuffed fabric stores, and stuffed fabric stores don't gear toward quilters at all. It's about making clothes and stuff for your house. So they're not geared towards patchwork people all that much, because I've been in 3 of them and their content section is very little.
Okay.
And which is, it's not a complaint at all. It just means that I had to go find a different avenue. But anyway, I asked to join the group, and I got a messenger message from the owner of the channel, and she says, we can't see your Facebook group, so how do I know you quilt? I said, can I send you pictures? She said, sure. So I sent her a ton of quilt pictures. She's like, yeah, you're a quilter. And it's because I have my Facebook set to private, and you can only see the profile, and that's it. Because I don't mix my Facebook, my personal Facebook, with everything else. And so they let me in, and then I introduced myself, and I told them I was coming to Denmark, and I'd be in Sikkelborg during a certain amount of time. And I got a message from Connie, and I also got a couple messages from a couple other people, a couple other patchwork people. And I had, when I introduced myself, I said I would like to meet fellow quilters, but I'm also looking for long arm services. And she answered my question and said she was a long armor, and we got to talking, and then we were emailing and talking on Messenger back and forth, and basically negotiating on what, how many quilts she was willing to quilt, and how much she charges, how she charges for the quilts, because I needed to know how much of a budget I needed to have to do this. And basically she quoted me originally, I have a piece of paper here somewhere. Yeah, but anyway, it turned out to be about $35 US per square meter, which that's cheap. Anywhere you go, that's pretty reasonable rate, because a square meter,
it's about a square meter's a little bit over a square yard. It'd be like one.
Yeah, so it's like 39 inches or something. Yeah,
for 39 by 39. So
yeah.
All right.
So that's a really good deal. And then she said, when I told her I would like to bring 3 or 4, she says, well, if you bring 3 or more, I'll even give you a discount. And she did, because I brought 4 with me, and 2 of them, one of them was big, really big, and then the PMQ was just up underneath that one. So I had 2 very big ones, a medium-sized one, and then my magnolia which is small. You can cover your legs, or you can hang it on the wall, like a wall hanging, And I dropped them off on a Tuesday, because we didn't make it there on Monday. And she said she wasn't sure, because she has a day job. She works for a big company, kind of similar to what you do, Sean.
Oh, okay.
Only they it's a little different. I have to remember what she exactly told me. But anyway, it was similar to what you do. And so she wasn't sure, how much, whether she'd get all 4 of them done within the time range I had set, because I was on limited time myself.
Right.
So anyhow, when we went to meet her, we drove to the shop. It took us about 25 minutes to get to her shop, because she was out in the more rural area. And the interesting thing is her husband fixes Harley Davidsons on the side. Oh, there
you go.
So when we pulled up, there was this big fancy Harley Davidson sitting out there, and of course Nikolai was over there, oogling over. It was pretty funny. Oh, thank you, Annette. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. She just did a super chat.
I saw that.
Thank you. We're going to add to my little resaving up my budget. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Is this one teal? It's I'm trying to find that light blue, and I don't even see that light blue in all of this Christmas fabric. So I got to come up with a different plan, I guess. Maybe I might have some of that It's not teal, it's not turquoise. She calls it something else. For the life of me, I can't remember what she calls it. There might be some right here though in this fat quarter thing. I hadn't opened this.
Yeah, so Intrida was asking a minute ago, and it was a really good question, she said they're new to quilting and sewing. And could you make a quilt on a starter machine? And the answer to that question is a definitive and absolute yes.
You
Because
could, but I'm not quilting big quilts on my Janome.
I mean, it really, yeah, because I had my little brother machine, which floating around here somewhere. It finally died. I killed it from overuse. I made several quilts on that thing. I pieced probably 30 or 40 on it. I quilt. It's hard to do anything big on a starter machine because you just do not have the throat
Yeah,
space
you don't.
that a biggest machine does. But if you are happy doing smaller quilts or you're okay, dealing with the bulk and a smaller throat space, yes, you could absolutely do it. I would not like if you're just getting started and you're not sure if you're going to like it or not. Yeah, don't go out and spend 500, $1,000 plus on a big machine. Get a starter machine, get yourself going, get piecing, do some smaller projects, get yourself familiar with it, and then save up and buy a bigger machine later on, and then have the starter machine as your backup. I mean, that's basically what I did. I started the starter machine. It was $80 from Amazon that my wife bought for me. I used it for 11 years till it finally died just from overuse. And then I've had the Bonina and that sort of thing there as well. But yeah, definitely start with, starting with a starter machine to get yourself going. Great, great way to do it. Highly recommend it.
Yeah, I mean, I quilt my smaller, like if it's below, I'll quilt anything that's like 60 inches and smaller on
Yeah.
here. But my biggest issue that I run into, even with the smaller ones, is I don't have any desk space, and that gets me
Hmm.
frustrated because it's hard to maneuver. I have a decent sized machine. I mean, I have a 6700P, and it has a 12, I think I don't know, 11-inch throat space on it or something like that.
Yeah.
It's got a good throat space on it, but when it comes to a 72-inch by 78-inch one, no, I'm not doing it. There's no
Oh,
space.
I would. I think I've done up to queen size on this,
Yeah, I know you
and
have, and I don't know how you do it sitting in that cramped spot and not ending up with a bunch of problems on the back of your quilt.
it works. I mean, I make it work. So yeah, no, I think that's good.
All right, I'm going to show y'all a color, and I want someone to tell me what Kimberly calls this color because I found some right here. I can't remember what she calls this because I have a seam roller in this color. Here's some fabric in this color. And she calls it something, and I can't remember. I'm having a brain fart's what it is.
Good morning, Crochet Queen. It's good to
Hey,
see you. I
Crochet
saw you
Queen.
pop in a little bit ago. See, I call it, this is not going to be the right answer for you, but I call that Caribbean blue because, when you look at, if you come in on a cruise ship and like in the Nassau and that sort of thing there, as you come into the harbor itself, you see that color.
That
Um,
turquoise.
yeah, the turquoise color on the water and the shore and that sort of thing there. So yeah, I'm going to call it Caribbean blue. I noticed not the right
Yeah.
name for it. Oh, that's Crochet Queen saying Tiffany blue or teal. That could be
Teal,
it. Yeah.
teal is a dark color.
Yeah,
Teal
but
is more,
Tiffany,
teal has more green than blue in it.
it kind of does look like
Tiffany blue,
Tiffany blue
that
though.
might be it. But Kimberly calls it something else too, and I don't remember. It doesn't really matter. I mean, in the grander scheme of it, I
Yeah,
just can't think of it. It's frustrating me because I can't think of it.
that's
But
all right.
I have enough pieces right here. Look at here. There we go. We got that color. It's only frustrating me because I can't remember something. That's all.
I can't remember. I can't remember why I walked into the kitchen half the time. So
Yeah.
I just,
When I get, and I'm still tired too, so there's that. That's what's contributing to my not being able to remember what she calls it.
yeah. All right. So that's done.
Um, Entry said it looks like teal too. Yeah, maybe everybody has a different definition of teal.
I think it comes to colors. We all have slightly different.
Yeah.
slightly different definitions. So,
Yeah. And I guess it's how our eyes see things too, and our brain
mhm. Oh, for
articulates
sure.
that idea. And there's no right or wrong in this at all. So I'm not questioning y'all's. Yeah, please don't take it that way. I hope that didn't come off that way.
I don't think so. I mean, I love asking the audience questions
And
because
me too. Me too.
because they have so much knowledge, and between us all, we have so many different. I mean, so many years of experience between us all. So,
Yep.
yeah, if I have a question, I love asking the audience because it's like I could go Google and look it up myself, but I'm in the live and I have a question. I just ask the audience because I figure someone's going to have the answer for me. So,
One will always
um,
give an answer.
Chris says bird egg blue. That's another awesome answer.
Yeah,
I hadn't
see, there
thought.
we go.
Yeah, and Trita says she's tired. I hope it's a lady. I don't want to assume. It's 10 p.m. there. Yeah, that's right, because they're
Oh,
half an
so
hour
it's late your
behind.
time. Okay.
Yeah, South Australia's half an hour behind the Eastern Time Australia. So
Oh, I did not know that. Learned something new today.
yeah, there's a couple of places in the world where it's on the half hour. South Australia and Northern Territory are like that. And then I think there's parts of India that are on the half hour. And then I remember correctly, somewhere in the Middle East. Here we go, Sean and his geography again. We were joking about this yesterday.
I love that we're such a that we can do this and meet people from other parts of the world, because I don't know if you were in the channel when I was talking about what happened Friday on the from the cruise ship concerning my channel.
No.
So a lady walks up to me. My boss put me up on the Stone and Man, because a lot of the new hirees don't know anything about Stone and Man, and I know everything about Stone and Man. And
Okay.
so she put me up there to take answer tourist questions. And a lady come walking up to me and she says, "Are you Katy, the Greenland quilter?" And I'm standing there like, "How would you even know that?" And I said, yeah, but how do you know that?" She says, "Your channel's been a topic of discussion on the cruise ship." Now there's 1,000 people on that cruise ship. And how would they know about little old me?
Well, don't forget you have 1 million views, you have 50,000 subscribers. I mean, you're getting, more and more popular, so
It was just shocking because that's the first, I've met a few quilters, and this time around I met three, but the ones I met in the past off of a cruise ship, we already knew each other because they were part of my viewers of my channel, and they had said, you know, like from the Greenland Quilter Facebook group or whatever,
yeah.
that they were coming to Greenland, and we deliberately would, said us we were going to see each other. So when this person, I didn't know who she was, came up and said that, I was just like just stunned.
Yeah, I know. It's funny how like it's such a small world and things like that happen. It was my dad was telling me, I don't know, like 12 months ago, I think it was. Him and my
Hannah just
stepmom.
nailed it, Sean.
Yes,
Hannah
seafoam.
just
I
nailed it.
saw that. Yes.
That's what Kimberly calls this color, aqua.
Yeah, but I mean, I also think like the Tiffany blue, like the Tiffany jewelry company that
Mm-hmm.
it's almost the same blue for that, and then the other one that's someone else, Tiffany blue, and then
Yeah. So
Aqua.
it's
Yeah, there's so many great answers there. I think they're all
yes, indeedy. We at least we have several different names for this color, which is
yeah,
wonderful.
yeah. And
And I
whichever one
finally
you
think I
think it
have enough of
is
this.
good. But
Yes,
yeah,
indeed.
my dad and stepmom were at a party of some description about 12 months ago, and the ladies were talking about sewing and quilting and that, and apparently one of the ladies was talking about this guy to watch on YouTube called The Guy Who Sews. My stepmom was like, that's Bob's son, like that's Sean.
Yeah. Uh-oh, I was sitting on my background. That's not good. It's amazing when someone recognizes you.
Yeah. Denise asked, did she actually tell you what they were saying about your channel, Katie?
They were talking about the fact that my channel had they because I live in Greenland and everything, and I'm a quilter, and apparently they were watching some of the videos, and that's what got the conversation started.
Oh, okay.
Because the title has Greenland in it, and they're
Yeah.
coming to see Greenland, and someone must have been on YouTube, and they probably put in the search button Greenland, and my channel came up. Because I've noticed over the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, if you stick Greenland in there, my name pops up in there too.
Yeah. That's awesome. So,
And that's what got the whole thing started, because then someone says, hey, this is a quilter and she lives in Greenland.
that's fun. I like that.
There was a lot of interesting things that went on that day. I mean, I met some Australians, but a big majority of them were from the United States. There was some from Minnesota. I met 4 fellow Floridians, and one of them that was talking to me. She was from Gainesville, which is 53 miles south of where I lived. So we got to talking about different things, and then of course all of us, the whole entire team, was being apologized to by lots of people. And I didn't know, I thought I was the only one, and some of them didn't realize I was an American when they were apologizing to me. And after everything was done, we were talking. We sometimes will have like a little gathering at the end of our work day.
Right.
And I had asked, I said, am I the only one that got approached with apologies? And they're like, no, all of us got them today. I was like, wow.
All right, so Teresa says they have to go. Old and tired. I'll try and find that video, Sean. Thanks for the chat, everyone. Take care. Yeah, just look in my tutorial. If you go to my channel, you'll be able to see there's a section that says tutorials, and look through that. You'll be able to see the different tutorials I've made. I haven't done a lot of quilt ones yet, but there is that stained glass window one. It's fairly easy. But if you're looking for a first quilt, I highly recommend just doing a patchwork quilt. And if you hang on a couple of weeks, I'm actually going to do the tutorial for this one, which is just a 6-inch square, and this would be perfect for a beginner. So that might be a good one for you to do if you're looking for something simple. This is actually like very similar to the first quilt that I ever made as well, and a very, 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 very beginner friendly. But that one's not quite up yet. That's going to come very, very soon.
Sorry, guys, I'm cutting and I'm trying to do this properly. So
You're fine.
But it was a good day despite the rain. And to start with, I didn't know if anyone was going to get off that ship because it was raining. I mean, there was no way around it. So for about an hour, I stood up there doing nothing. And most of us, except for coffee make. I mean, Nikolai had already gone and started the coffee mix along with one of the colleagues. They were already starting that. And so they were coming in on the tender. But once finally we were swamped. Oh my goodness. We were swamped for like 3 or 4 hours straight. And I think everybody left satisfied, all the tourists did.
Well, that's good.
A lot of them did the iceberg safari and the ice cap safari also, along with coffee mix and the city tour and the church tour. And they all had a good time, I think.
Do you still have icebergs this time of year? I thought they all like floated by in like March and April.
No, icebergs are as long as summertime's going on.
Oh, okay.
Ice caps don't stop capping in summertime. I'm not being a smart ass. Please don't take it that way.
No, I was generally curious because like I'm well aware of the icebergs in the Atlantic Ocean and stuff, because like a lot of the big cargo ships have to like actually deviate around them like mid-March to mid-April, right around the time the Titanic sank. They still do that today, but I didn't realize they still floated by in the summertime.
Yeah, they go the whole summer.
Okay.
One of the biggest cabbings happen in Ilulissat and Disco Bay, and all of those. That's where the iceberg that sunk the Titanic came from, and those are skyscraper sized ones, and they The minute spring comes, they're already cabbing, and the ice cap is reducing exponentially fast right now. So, because we've been staying too warm even in the winter months, so ice is coming
Yeah.
earlier because we're too warm.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't see any reports like in the shipping lanes past May. Usually it's done. I don't see anything there. So that's why I thought they must have been finished by then. So I guess they melt before they get.
They're just
I
not
get
clogging things up, is what it
yeah,
is.
they're probably melted or small enough by the time they get to the shipping lanes.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I was a little surprised because it's like no, they exist in the springtime.
You remember that summer that you and I met in Raleigh?
Yeah.
That was 2024. There was a big event that happened on the East Coast, way up north where all the sea ice was at. I probably even told you about it because when I flew out, we were already landlocked by sea ice, and that's unheard of for February. Normally, sea ice doesn't drift into the fjords until late April, early May, and usually it's not like it was. This came down. So here's how this works with sea ice on that side of the world. The Northern Atlantic has a period where it normally the water there it does what there's a name for it. The water does a switch where the cold water drops to the bottom and the warm water drops or raises to the top. That's how the sea ice gets broke apart because the water's warm on the top. Well, normally that doesn't happen until March or April. This in 2024, it happened in January. And it shouldn't have. And when all of this happens, also another thing happens is down at the southern tip of Greenland, on the outside of Greenland, there's a wind event that happens down there. Normally, when the sea ice breaks up, that wind event's happening at the same time, and it steers most of it out to sea and it melts. But because it was so early and all this ice drifted down to where we were, down to the southern part of Greenland, there was no wind event to steer it out. So basically, the steering currents brought all of it on the inside of every fjord in South Greenland, all the way up to where we were at. And then on the outside of Greenland, it landlocked us. So from mid-February to mid-July, not one ship could get in anywhere in South Greenland, period.
No, I remember that now.
We lost 29 cruise ships because they couldn't come in and do their thing. Container ship couldn't get in. No one could get in because the ice was over 2 meters thick.
Wow, which is about 6 foot 4 inches.
Yep.
No, actually, no, it's more than that. It's like 6'7". I'll get it right in a minute.
Hey, Donna.
Yeah, good morning, Donna.
And good morning, Sylvia. Did I miss anyone else? Hello, good morning, Donna. Donna's here. Wow. Good morning to you, Donna. I need my rotary mitt.
Hopefully Joe's doing well.
All right. Let's test run this new. I got this free, Sean.
Miss Brenda's here. Good morning to you as well. Who was the lady that you met on the cruise ship that you and I both got to see at QuiltCon a couple of years ago?
Catherine Koch.
Yes, I could. Yeah, she was here earlier. That's right.
Yeah. She was on a cruise ship, and that's how we ate together, and me and Nikolai took her and her husband around town, and because she didn't sign up for anything, and so we showed her around, and then when she found you and she was looking for me at QuiltCon, it was like so cool. Because it was
she's like, "Hey, Sean, where's Katy?" I'm like, "I don't know. I saw her 20 minutes ago," and so I just texted you and said, "Hey, one of your fans is here."
I'm like, "What fan?" And then when I realized it was her, I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Because she mentioned she was going at the same time I was going, so I was hopeful to see her. Yeah. And I love it when you run into someone you've been talking to on the internet, and there they are. And she's her and her husband are really nice people.
They are. They really are.
They really are. And they were just a delight to sit and talk to and everything. Okay, so we need all of these.
That's really neat.
Flying geese on here we're gonna do, or is that no? That looks like snowballing.
Yeah, QuiltCon's really good for meeting a bunch of people. My only thing is like I never feel like I get enough time with everybody.
You don't. I mean, you get so. I feel like that because I couldn't just. I was over there taking pictures of every quilt I could take a picture of. I think I ended up taking 450 pictures. I never made it through all of it. I had like 3 aisles I never made it to. I saw all the aisles. I went and looked at all of them first before I ever started taking pictures. But I was glad that I decided to start at the back because there was hardly anyone back there and it was easy to take pictures because no one was back there.
Yeah,
That's
that's
where
the
I found
only.
all that that's where I found those quilts. It was a community project where they were doing the project or the challenge was use teal, yellow, and purple. Now I knew most of us know that you can use turquoise with purple, but I didn't know you could use that dark teal color with it, and it worked. Those quilts were beautiful.
Yeah, I didn't see all the quilts because first of all, I was only there for a day. And by the time I went around, did the meet, gave everybody hugs and took photos and everything else and that sort of thing there. Half the day was gone, which is fine. But there was just so many quilts. But the other problem I had too is I do not like crowds. I absolutely despise crowds. And how Quilcon has their quilt section set up, the aisles are so narrow compared to other quilt shows. And so if there was more people in there than I was willing to deal with, I just didn't go down that aisle, or I just came back later. So I probably missed a bunch of stuff, but that's okay.
Hey, Hiken, how are you? And I don't think it's too cold here. I mean, I live in the extreme southern part. I live south of the Arctic Circle, so it's subarctic here. And we had 70-degree temperatures this past week before the rain came. So it's not cold down here. Not at all.
I think you get
Not
used to it
anymore
as
anyway.
well.
Sean, when I first moved here, I didn't when we were getting, because October, the lake would freeze, they would be already 4 or 5 feet of snow on the ground. But now there's no snow on the ground until February. The lake is not
Hmm.
frozen until the very butt end of January. And it's very troubling when you walk out the door and you're like, oh, I feel like I'm in North Florida.
Yeah. You get used to it. It's like where I grew up, it was hot as Hades in the summertime. If it got below freezing at night, it was a really cold night. And
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing compared to what it is in other parts of the world, but it's a lot colder here in Virginia than it was in Australia. You just adapt to it. Now if it's like 40, 45 degrees, I'm still outside in shorts. Whereas growing
Yeah.
up, if it was below 70, I was probably freezing to death. So, yeah,
So
you get used to it.
yeah, so Friday, when it was raining, I was cold, and our boss sent us a message because every year they set up a group and put all of us on it so that they can, if there's something we need to know about, they can announce it there and all of us see it. And but anyway, her daughter Naya, she sent a post and she says it's raining today. Make sure you guys dress warm enough or wear waterproof clothing. Well, guess who doesn't own waterproof clothing? Neither one of us do.
Right.
And so I wrote back, I said, do you still have that raincoat that I can wear? And she said, yes. And she says, well, what are you going to do about your pants? I said, I'll just have to get wet because I don't have anything waterproof. Because I stopped wearing snow pants and everything a long time ago. I don't even wear them anymore. And they're so old, they're not waterproof anymore. But anyway, I was going somewhere with this. I watched a Greenlander walk by me and he was in a short sleeve shirt and shorts. No
Mm-hmm.
rain gear, no nothing. So that ought to tell you something. It was like 50 degrees with the rain.
No, I would have been outside in
I'm
shorts
freezing my
too.
butt off up there because the wind is blowing, and making me cold.
Oh, it's like the last time we went to the New York Sheep and Wool Festival because my wife's a knitter, and she wanted to get. It's like basically New York Sheep and Wool Festival is kind of like the Quilt Con for knitters. You get, yeah, everybody up, anybody within 500 miles goes there. And I think it was like 40, 45 degrees in the morning when we left, and it was supposed to be like 60 that day. And I was like, I don't want to take a change of clothes. So I was up there in t-shirt and shorts, and everyone else is in their winter woolies all bundled up and everything else. And I was like, okay, this is weird because I figured up there all the New Yorkers would be used to the cold, but apparently I was the only crazy one in short. But by the time 10 o'clock rolled around, it was nice and warm, so I was good. So yeah, I'm crazy.
Donna goes live this morning at the same time we are? Or no? What time
Sorry?
she when does Donna go live?
9.
Oh, okay. For some
Been
reason.
doing that. Been doing that for a couple of years now, I think.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what time she went
Yeah.
live. Hi Brenda, and have a good live, Donna. And I forgot to mention, if you're a channel creator, you can type exclamation selfie to share your channel, or if I've interviewed you, your name is probably in the bot. You can type your name with an or exclamation in your name.
All right. So how are you doing with yours? Are you making progress?
Yeah, I'm getting the center of it done now. And Denise, yes, the new airport is definitely gift it a blessing. Hopefully our mail will start being a lot better, but there's a big discussion about the nuke airport after what happened this while we were there. Do you know that when we came back from Denmark, now when you return from another country and you come through you come through the area, and the only thing you have to do is check if you have something, you have to check in with customs. You go through customs, but if you don't, you go straight to where you pick up your baggage.
Right.
And once you go through those doors, you can't come back through.
Uh-huh.
Well, when we got off the airplane and we were going to fly from, we should have been able to just stay where we got off the airplane at, which is the area that everybody, after they come through Homeland Security, stay until they board a plane. And that's where we were at when we got off the plane. We were made to go back through Homeland Security again just to fly on a domestic flight when we hadn't left the airport or downstairs where we were all at. And
there's some airports like that. San Francisco. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either. San Francisco is like that. If you come off an international flight and you can connect to a domestic one, I think they built it where you can stay airside. But a lot, LAX is like that too. If you have to change terminals, like if you come into the big international terminal, the Tom Bradley International, and you have to transfer to Terminal 1, 2, 3, or whatever it is, yeah, you have to go out and actually go through. Yeah, so there are quite a few airports like that, unfortunately. It's nice when you can stay airside, but unfortunately, they're not all built that way.
Saves all the trouble because you're not going to get, because your suitcases are being transferred from that flight to the next flight. You're not even seeing them.
Yeah, I try very hard when I choose my flights to go through airports where I know I can stay airside.
Well, I didn't know San Francisco was like that, but then I've only flown. Well, I fly into San Francisco from a domestic flight usually, but if I leave, if I'm going to fly a long haul from San Francisco, then I don't have to. Once you go through Homeland Security, you don't have to do that repeat like what I was talking about. But they're discussing about why it's needed if that, they do have a security problem that me and Nikolai know about, and I don't think that they realize there's one, but the airport's so new, this internet, the one in Nuke, that they're still
figuring it out.
Yeah, and these can't, some of the stuff that I don't know who decides to do what when, but there was no need for them to change our flight at the beginning. We should have been able to fly on the day we were supposed to fly out, which was Sunday. And we should have been able to have Nora in tow when we flew. But because they moved our flight up, and then when we get to the airport, we're informed we can't take the dog because someone's got her spot, because they had that original flight themselves for Saturday. And it was total chaos. It was all chaos downhill from there. And none of it should have happened because there was no reason for them to move our flight up, because they couldn't say it had to do with weather because there was no weather problems down here in South Greenland.
Right.
And it made no sense because we ended up having to stay in a hotel. Then we got grounded on Sunday completely because of weather in Nuke. And if we'd have stayed in here on Sunday and the weather was so crappy there, we would have just stayed here at the house and flown on Monday. No problem.
Yeah.
All problem solved. It was all messed up.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's okay. One thing about Greenland, you are at the mercy of Mama Nature.
Very much so. I remember too, like one time I flew to the US via Canada and flew into Vancouver, and I had to clear Canadian, even though I was just transferring to US Air, like to an outbound flight. I still have to clear Canadian customs and actually enter Canada and then go through to my domestic flight. But Canada has something neat at most of the major airports. It's really neat. Is you actually clear US customs in Canada.
Yeah, yeah.
And so when you get off your flight in the US, it's like a domestic flight. You just hop off and away you go.
Yeah, that's cool. Hey, the center looks good. What do you think, Sean?
Can you show me?
What happened to my camera?
I don't know. It looks like it's shut off.
Uh-oh, that can't be good. Yeah, what did happen to my camera?
I can't tell.
Maybe the camera got turned off. Hold on a minute.
Okay. No, now it's back.
That's why you were asking me where I was at. There it is.
Yeah, I was
like, sorry guys, I didn't realize it was off.
I was busy paying attention to my sewing, so I didn't have to pull out my very, very bestest friend. So, good morning, Miss Tasha.
Hi, Tasha. What do you think, Sean?
It looks really good.
Yeah.
So you've already done the steps before that?
I did the center first because I wanted to make sure, because I don't have anything cut, so I'm gonna have to cut as I go along.
Oh, okay, I get it. I was like, how'd you get that far out? Usually I'm faster.
No, I don't even have any of the outside part done. I'm starting from the center.
Okay.
So that I can get this part that relates to the aqua.
Okay, that makes more sense now. I haven't been paying much attention.
So let me ask you a question. All right, and the channel. Let me spotlight because I'm gonna ask you a question about this center part because it looks like we're going to be doing some snowballing here. So let me ask you a question here. And you guys, based on what you say, and I haven't cut the red yet because the red's got the red and the red has the snowballing on it. Okay. Let me spotlight and then let's see what y'all have to say. Should I use this same fabric here to snowball with? Or do you think I should use this as the snowballing and let this be, the main whatever of this? Which do you want? One is the snowflakes. Two is the more muted.
I say one. I say keep it the same.
Sean says one. Come on, you guys, let's vote. One,
well, they're a few seconds behind us.
Yeah.
All right, what was I doing here? I mean, I kept mine the same. Well, will as soon as I make it, which is coming up very shortly.
Because here comes the snowball fun. Hi, Melanie.
Morning, Miss Melanie. Good to see you.
Hey, Mona. Good morning. Mona says one. Annette says one. So far, we got 3 people voted. 1 or 2? Geraldine says 1.
Yeah. I haven't seen your votes for 2 yet, so I think 1's going to be winner, chicken dinner.
Hi, Ken. I don't know why you're getting ads because I have mine turned to manual and you shouldn't be getting anything. WPA or Kathy says 1. It looks like 1 is going to be the ticket here. Okay, then. We will set
3. What's option 3?
I don't have option 3.
Well, Donna.
There's no option 3 on this one. Sorry.
Donna, you don't have to specify what option 3 is. I want to know
what's
what
option 3?
Yeah, I want to know. I'm curious.
Want to know. All right, now I need to know how many of these. I think it said I need 8 2-inch squares.
Cut the fabric these where
Melanie says
okay.
my ads were on the bottom screen and no volume with them. You shouldn't be. Let me go look at my settings because I'm pretty sure maybe I didn't. Hang on a minute, you guys. Should be off because I just reused some same settings.
Yeah, mine's defaulted to off. I had to fight it for a while to default it to off, but
Well, let me check it because I can actually turn them off while I'm live. Let me go check it again. Maybe I missed it because normally I'm really good about making sure that that is not on. It says manual, so I'm not sure why you're getting ads. You should not be getting any during this live. That means that YouTube is overruling my request.
it's terrible.
Well, you know what? I get a message every so often that says, we notice that you won't turn your ads on, blah, blah, blah. And they ask you why. And they give you a long list of choices. And one of them I always choose is I'm worried about my viewers leaving my live because of an ad. Because that's what I'm worried about. They leave because, you know, ads are annoying because they are annoying. Especially if you're on your telephone.
Mm-hmm.
On a laptop, you can just skip the ad. Or on a computer, I mean. And if you're on a TV, you can't skip them at all. Those were supposed to be 2 inches for the snowballs, right? Yeah.
Sure, I haven't got that far yet.
Um,
Can you turn the spotlight off?
Yes. Oops. Thank you for reminding me.
That's all right. Yeah, one of the viewers, Tasha, asked because I didn't notice either.
I always forget to turn the thing off. Sorry, guys.
Me too. That's why I don't use Spotlight a whole lot because I always forget.
Sorry about that. It's one of my little pitfalls. I always forget to shut it off. Because
WPA Kathy says, hi, Katy. I'm new to your channel. Welcome. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for coming on in on the channel and welcome aboard.
I always like it when new people say hi. So
yeah, me too.
I love my regular viewers, don't get me wrong, but it's always nice to know when new people pop in as well.
The more the merrier. And more people to get to know. I love that. Right. Melanie says, Katy, sometimes that ad still comes on even if you turn it off, but my Android phone will just put them in front of the live and no volume. Yeah, I don't like when it hops in front of the live where you can't see what's going on.
All right, so since a lot of the folks here are watching, also watch my lives, do you ever see ads during mine if you're watching the live itself?
I do.
You do?
But not all that much. I might see one. But it doesn't not. If I'm watching you from my laptop, it doesn't kick me out of the live, or not kick me out, but cover up the live. But if I'm on the TV, it does.
Because I got all my stuff turned off too, so and no one's ever said anything about it. So I thought we were.
It's just one. It doesn't happen every time I watch your live. Just once in a while.
Yeah, if it's a replay, I think that it's set up for like every 20 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
Which
there's more of them than
I'm okay with because you know it's a little extra revenue for the channel, and I figure as a viewer, you know, once every 20 minutes or so is not terrible.
Nope, it's not.
I kind of just when I set up the because with the replay thing you can kind of set up when you want them and that sort of thing there, and I figure you know what, it's kind of a sweet spot. Like if I was a viewer, I'd be okay with that because I watch some videos and it's like an ad every 2.5 minutes, and after like further I just turn it off. I'm like, forget this. So.
And Tasha says, no worries. I just like being able to see who is talking.
All right. Turned out all right.
Managed to get some hardware to help improve stuff here, but it's in the mail on its way here because it was too heavy. I had because we bought a desktop, gaming desktop, because I'm tired of being tied to a laptop that just can't handle the whole YouTube thing properly. Yeah. Mostly because I eat up hard drive space like it's going out of, and I do back up my stuff on two. Now I've got two externals so that I have a backup of a backup because something happened to one of my externals and I lost everything on it because of it. And so now I have two backups. But anyway, I picked up the things I needed for the desktop. I needed a mic for the desktop, a camera for the desktop, speakers, because you got to be able to hear things. I forgot you have to have all this extra stuff for a desktop.
Whoops.
That's, normally built into a laptop,
Yeah.
So,
Sorry, I'm listening. I'm just trying to pay attention to what I'm doing as well, so I don't
oh, it's okay.
goof this up.
It's all right. No problem. You're focusing. And I'm trying to cut the part that I'm doing the snowball stuff first before I do the other parts that you're working on now.
Yeah, I've done my center part. I'm now on the snowball section as well.
Yeah, I want to get the snowballing done first before I do the rest of it, which means I have to cut more fabric. Okay, we need to have these are 5 inches. Wow, I need a bigger ruler.
2-inch squares, that's correct. A 3.5. Okay, so they must overlap.
It says 2 3.5 by 5 inch. Okay, got it. So I can cut these as 3.5.
All right. So what is everybody else up to on this happy Sunday morning? We have almost 50 people watching us, Katie. We've got a nice little group here this morning.
Hello, GED Gaming. Welcome. This one's from the Philippines. Wow.
Oh, cool. Wow. Very nice.
Love it. Hello, Lissette. It's good to see you. YouTube is being generous with you, says Hikin. Donna says, I'm being a smart arse. And yes, I just read that backwards from the way it posted because I realized I missed some comments.
I think it's neat you got someone from the Philippines, from Asia. Because I don't think I've ever had anybody from the Asian continent on that I know about watching the channel. So that is awesome.
So we have Philippine people that work here in our town.
Oh, okay.
People from Thailand and from the Philippines. And my boss bought a big van that will you could put 15 people on it.
Yeah.
And I had a training session because I guess she's going to she took me and one other guide for training on the bus and basically we're going to be taking people up front around town square, the ones that can't walk as well.
Yeah.
And we're also going to ride all the way out to the new airport with them. And so we went through a training thing. And then after we did the training thing, I asked her, I said, can we kind of make this our tour? She says, sure you can. Do what do what you always do. Make it yours. So because there's a lot of things I can talk about while that, and also I need the van person to slow down when we're going through town square because he went through there too fast in my opinion, but he was from the Philippines.
Nice.
Because basically Bitsy's having to hire outside help because we don't have enough help down here in South Greenland. We're lacking in employee or especially tour guides.
Right.
There's just not enough of us. And I'm getting nearer and nearer to when it'll be time for me to stop doing this.
So when you say outside, like you're looking at other areas of Greenland, or you're looking from like other countries?
The one she hired. Speaking of that, one of your fellow. Let's see. What did he tell me? He told me he was from Australia, but he spent the most of his raising in the UK, and then a little bit of it in Denmark. And so she hired him because he speaks really good English. And so he came from another place and flew over here, and he's staying in the guide housing because my boss is providing housing for anyone she brings from another country to work.
Okay.
So he's staying in housing. He's very young. Oh my gosh, he looks like he's about maybe 19 or 20, maybe.
Okay.
So yep, some of them are, and some of the other guys that I just met that I haven't met before, some of them are from up north. They came down to help, and yeah, because down here we're short of help. And with the amount of cruise ships that come through, it makes it difficult to do your job properly if you're so swamped you can't.
Right. Yeah, you need proper staffing. So
Yeah, and she's been trying to compensate for it over the last, well, since COVID anyway. We used to have a bunch of young people, but they all got to college age and they're off doing education in colleges in Denmark. And sometimes they don't come back. And we're seeing that quite often these days where they don't come back. They just stay in Denmark.
right. Sounds like sounds like the people at the Amish when they go out in Rumspringer and they go out into the world, and that's it.
Yep, they don't come back. And I understand that because Denmark has lots to offer that we
Yeah.
don't have over here. I mean, I was having sticker shock the whole time I was in Denmark because the only thing that was just badly priced in Denmark as it is here right now was eggs, because eggs went up 3 kroners for some strange reason.
So
But
how much are eggs there now?
40, 42 kroners, something like that.
So how many eggs?
13.
Good, great. 40? That's nuts.
40 kroners, yeah. But listen to this. A 1.5 liter Coke Zero bottle is 48 kroners when it's not on sale. Do you know how much it is in Denmark? 11 kroners.
Mm. And then, oh, let's see, it's what, about 8 krona to the US dollar, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so if you'll do math on that, like 42 krones, so you're looking about $5, five and a quarter.
Yeah, five something for a bottle, 1.5 liter, because it's not even a 2 liter.
Yeah, I think I'd have to stop drinking soda if that was the case. I wouldn't.
Well,
But
I'm right now, my friend is sending me that I've been buying a bunch of stuff. I've already gotten 2 boxes and I have another box coming, and it's going to have Louisiana tea in it because I'm going to make unsweet brewed tea for iced tea. And when Coke Zero is not on sale, I'm just not going to buy it. So we've been
could you
buying
get
only when it's on sale.
could you get your hands on SodaStream perhaps, where the CO2
That's
canisters and
that's no cheaper. The Soda
it is.
Stream costs 99 kroners for every bottle you buy.
Oh, okay. So they got you either way. All right.
Yeah, they
Well,
get you with it. I think it's something to do with import taxes. I mean, we
Oh,
really don't
okay.
know how much tax we pay on the stuff that's imported for food because
Yeah.
you don't see it. It when you like 48 kroners is all you see for a bottle of Coke, but you don't
Right.
know how much of that is an import tax.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know for the longest time, but it's kind of like that with liquor here in Virginia. Like you see a price on the shelf and you figure you're only paying, what, the 6.1% tax on it, but they've actually taxed it 20 some percent before that's included in the price. And then you pay
Gee,
the sales tax on top of
yep,
that.
yep. It's crazy. GED Gaming says, what are you guys doing? We are working on a mini Christmas quilt, is what we're working on. This is
Yes.
something me and Sean are doing for the month of July. You'll notice that a lot of quilters in July tend to do Christmas quilts 6 months in advance so that when December rolls around here, they have a Christmas quilt to show off. Also, he or she says, I used to be a writer for movies, just a recruit, but I quit. That's interesting. And then Mona says, there's no way to shut them off, but yes, they do cover a chat. And GED says, sorry if I leave. I finished my last set for weight. It's okay. And then, hello, Rhonda. Welcome, welcome. She says, good morning from Mississippi. I met a Mississippian Friday from the cruise ship. I also met a Minnesotan, Floridians. Uh, there was some from Arizona. No Texans this go around, which was interesting. But that'll probably happen on the next American ship that comes in here, or cruise
All right.
ship that has Americans on it. Uh, GED says it's an original movie that I should pass soon, but I lost it before, so quitting is my choice and start to be a YouTuber. Oh, cool.
Oh, best of luck
And
on that. I hope it goes well for you.
Mona had a question for Sean. Let me back up.
It
and
was
see where
above. It
is.
was, I see it here. It was from Rhonda Cooper. She says, "Good morning from Mississippi. Sean, what is the pen that I'm using?" That is the Acorn Easy Pressing pen, and I use it to help flatten my seams. And so this is it here. And then you refill it with this solution here as well. And I've been using, I talked about this on my live yesterday of Donnell. I've been using this bottle now for about a year, and it's only gone down this much.
Yeah.
So you don't use very much of it, but basically what you do is you just press down on the seam. It's got like a starch alternative in it, and it just helps flatten the seams, and it's refillable. This bottle of sauce or bottle of liquid, I think was about, it's like $15 or $16. The pen is about 10. So like for about $30, you can get yourself set up with this process, and it makes you know your seams a lot flatter. It's a lot easier, and that sort of thing. Then if you're already pre-starching your fabric, I think it helps. I'm not sure, but I don't starch,
Yeah,
so
I don't starch either.
I find this very, very helpful. You can buy it at a lot of quilt shops, a lot of online places. I think Amazon sells it as well. My friends at Art East Quilting Co. also sell it as well. So a bunch of different places you can get it. I highly recommend it. I use it all the time, especially on projects that have a lot of seams together, like I tend to do. So hopefully that answers your question there for you.
And then GED Gaming asked, "Hey Sean, what's your favorite part about sewing?" And good morning to Lori. Welcome, welcome.
That's a wonderful question. Favorite part? I just like turning little pieces of fabric into something beautiful. I think that's the main thing. Like I really, really enjoy doing what people call tiny piecing, I guess. Let me just show an example.
Good
Like
morning, Mona 2.0.
it's kind of fun just turning a few pieces of fabric into something fun like this. Or like a little piggy. You know, so
See
that
everyone
for
in here
me,
this morning.
yeah, for me, that's my favorite part. What about you, Katie? What's your favorite part?
What's my favorite part of quilting or making quilts? I would have to say that I think my favorite part is having the chance to choose. You guys probably noticed I'm just throwing colors together. Sean will tell you I do this all the time. I
Mhm.
love that I don't. Now sometimes I do pre-planned colors, but a lot of times I don't either because I want the fabric to talk to me. So I think the favorite part is deciding on what colors I'm going to use for the pattern, and usually I buy fabric before I buy a pattern. But this is not a paid pattern that we're using, it's freebies. So I think having the ability to use the colors I want to use is what I love most about it.
Yeah, and this is such a good little pattern too, and I think Katie can throw the link up there for the pattern if
Yeah, oh, I didn't do it yet, did I? Oops, sorry guys, hold
no, you're
on.
fine. This is a wonderful scrappy project. I did not buy any fabric for this.
Yeah, me neither, I already
I
had the
just
stuff.
dug through what stash I had and figured, you know what, something will fit, and it's working out. I mean, we'll see it all come together in about 5 or 10 minutes with some luck.
Yeah, it's a cute little pattern. I hope you're not getting all the box done at once.
No, I'm still working on block one.
Okay, this is actually called the Mini Quilt, and usually Fat Quarter Shop puts all these different steps into one finished one, but I can't find a
Each block's its own document.
yeah, right now each block is its own document. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first post, it says Mary Mini Quilt finishing pattern. I'm gonna put that up first. And then I will post each block or each link for each one of them after that. So hold on a second, because it's going to take me a hot minute.
And if you can't remember, if you go onto the Fat Quarter shop and type in the Mary, what's it called? Mary Mini Quilt.
Yeah.
It'll pop up straight away. That's what I did, because I asked Katy for the link to the pattern, because I figured it was all one thing the other day, and she sent me the finishing instructions. And I was like, whoops. And I think she was already asleep by the time I realized it. So I just went,
when I realized I didn't have the rest of it printed this morning.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
Like, wait a minute, something's missing here.
Yeah, it was late at night and she was already asleep. And I was like, you know what? I'll just go on. I'm sure if I go onto the website and type it in, it'll pop straight up. And sure enough, it did. So it's easy enough to look up if you can't. If you lose the links, just remember Mary Mini Quilt.
Yeah, it's called Mary Mini Quilt. That's what it's called. Yep.
And then just type that in and it'll give you, there should be 5 different documents. It'll say block 1, block 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's totally free. So, which is nice.
Do you guys want me to post each link for the block, or can y'all go and get it yourself? Let me know in the chat. Because I'm willing to post each one if you want me to. Because it's 4 more pages.
Maybe put it in the, I would just put one up there right now, Katy, and then just, if you have time, put the links to all 5 or whatever it is into your description. So that way, if someone comes back later on and wants to look it up, it'll be easier for them to get it in the description rather than dig through the video and try and find.
That's a very good idea. All right. How you doing this morning, Mona? Yeah. Okay. We got it.
I need to get Mona over to my channel someday. She's a morning person.
She's she's fun. So much fun.
I know. I think she'd be a good fit for.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So I'll have to talk to her later on.
Lori says it's a cute pattern. Yes, it is. That's why I saw it and I'm like, and me and Sean have been talking about doing a Christmas quilt, but we just didn't know what. And I saw this and I showed it to him. I said, this is short, sweet, and simple. And it won't take more than, because Sean's a busy man.
Never a dull moment here.
He has a full-time job, and because we're doing this in July, we were able to do it while his exchange students are back where they're at, and because it's hard for us to get together and sew except on a Sunday morning, and usually we just do a Sunday morning once a month.
Yeah.
This better not be salvage. I'm seeing. No, it's not salvage. Oh my God, I thought it was.
9:40. I'm gonna need to step up my pace, otherwise it won't be done before.
You don't need to rush.
10 o'clock. Sorry?
I said, don't rush, because if you don't finish it, I know I'm not going to get it done by 10 o'clock.
No, I want to finish my block. Yeah.
I am behind. I don't know that I'll get mine finished. I'll have to do it after the fact, probably.
That's okay. That'd be a good short for you to post or something when you're finished.
Yeah, actually, that is a good idea. I need to start working more on doing shorts, and I just keep forgetting to do them. For one thing, because they're hard for me to edit on my phone. I hate editing on my phone for shorts.
Well, a lot of times with my shorts, what I do now is I just take a single take and just do a voiceover at the end. And then that's just less editing.
Oh, speaking of voiceover, maybe you can answer my question. We were live on one of the trolls, and we were testing out a mic, so that because it was windy and we thought that it was working. And because I can't see the chat because the sun was so bright, I couldn't see the chat. We were unaware that no one was hearing a thing I was saying. Nothing.
Right.
So when I went back to look at the video and I saw because I saved my chats too, everybody was saying no sound, no sound, no sound. And I'm like, oh no. So I have a live video vertical sitting up there with no sound on it. Is there a way to do a voiceover with it sitting on YouTube?
I think so. I think if you go into the edit section, I think there's a way to I think you can do a voice. I'd have to take a look at the edit section and see if there's an option there. That if there is, that's where it'll be.
Yeah, because I don't want to take it down to edit it and lose the watching and
Yeah.
everything else that I got from it. But it can't sit there in silence either. It's not, people are not going to watch it.
Yeah, no, go into go onto the video, go to the edit, and look around there. If there's a way to do it, that's where it'll be.
Okay.
So, good morning, Miss. It's Jennifer from Prep for Eternity Homestead, right?
Yeah, Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer.
Okay.
Good morning. GED. Hey, do you have a first name GED gaming that we can use that you don't mind sharing with us? GED says, I admire about how you do so much time for someone. Aw, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, it's something we
We
both
love it.
enjoy.
Yeah, we love it. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's a good.
last night I didn't want to stop sewing, but I needed to go to bed because I was tired.
Yeah, plus because you have to get up and hang out with me this morning. So
That's right. And I had to be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
yeah, that was a question that someone asked last night. I think it was Donna actually asked. On average, how many hours a week do we sew? And I'm still trying to figure out what my answer would
I
be.
really don't know. It's a lot of hours. Because you know what I noticed while I was in Denmark? I didn't take any handwork with me because I forgot it. I left it sitting on the table.
Oh, yeah, I always grab
So I
something.
didn't even have nothing to do with my hands on the airplane or anything. And man, there was times when I was like, God, I would like when we were done driving around and doing things and I had time on my hands at night. I wanted to sew and couldn't.
Yeah, I found the bit like the thing that I like doing this. I don't know if I want to do hand sewing right now, but ripping up FPP papers is kind of my go-to jam for when I'm out and
It's
about.
actually a great idea to take something that was full of FPP paper. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, now if I go to my in-laws or if I have turn up to a work meeting early and I have nothing else, like I'm just sitting there twiddling my thumbs,
Mm-hmm.
I'll take FPP papers with me. I've also done hand embroidery if when I've been out and about. There was like a school event where my wife works. We went there, like she said, oh, we have to be there for like 2 hours early because she was helping set up and everything else. And I was like, no problem. I took my hand embroidery with me because I had to do some hand embellishments on the Winnie the Pooh quilt that I did. And
Mm-hmm.
I was just sat there and had a grand old time. And I looked up and it was time for the production to start. So like it's a great way to utilize time. A little bit of hand. I think people do hand binding and that. Like I think that's a good thing to have. Like, hand sewing's kind of like a
Yeah,
four-letter word sometimes, but if you think about it being portable sewing, it's a good way to at least consider doing something like that down the road.
definitely. Uh-oh. I think, let me check these. They're going to be okay. I thought for a minute they weren't overlapping enough. Yeah, they're fine. Okay. I'm worrying for nothing. You know what I have noticed over the last year, Sean?
Uh-huh.
My lives and me making blocks and stuff. I'm getting where now we're not, I won't today, but if I had all this cut like I should have had, but because of jet lag, I didn't. I'm getting where I'm finishing what I planned on sewing on during my live. Of course, my
That's
lives are three or more hours, but I'm finishing them. I'm so proud of myself because
that's
used to be I
awesome.
never finished anything.
Yeah, I don't, but I always plan enough for like three. I do an hour and a half live. That's about as much as I can do. The 2 hours that you and I do is really at the limit of how long I can do a live. That's it for me. I don't know how you do 6 hours. I'm proud of you for that.
Because I love
But
sewing and I like talking. Well, I like talking and
yeah, whereas I'm more introverted. So, but yeah, I
my
always
intro,
plan.
my introvert stuff happens when we meet each other in public. I don't do so well with a bunch of people, but I felt really relaxed with all y'all at QuiltCon.
Well, I think that's what people tell me all the time. Like when I was at Road to Virginia a couple of weeks ago, I was telling people that I'm super shy and introverted, and they're like, "But you're talking to us." And same thing at work, and I'm like, "Yeah, but
It's not the
yeah,
same thing. Yeah.
well, you're my people. Like
Yep.
the quilting people, my workmates. I love dearly. I love the whole team. They're just a fantastic group of people that I get to hang out with each day. So, yeah, I'll sit there and talk to you guys, but you put me in a social situation of people I don't know.
It's harder.
The term wallflower, you'll see my picture there. So
Yeah, see, I was taught to be seen, not heard. So, whenever I would go to a gathering where there was a bunch of people and I would not say nothing the whole time I was there. And one time I went to a gathering where it was a bunch of we belonged to a channel, and someone opened their house to us. And I sat there watching everything that was going on and didn't say a word. And finally, one of the guys comes and sits next to me and he says, you've been here for 2 hours and you've not said, the only thing you said the whole time you've been here is hello when everybody says hello to you, but you ain't said nothing else outside of that. What is the deal? Are you afraid of us? I said, no, I just don't do very, because first time meeting all those people, in person, you talk on the internet to people. It's
yeah,
easier actually, because you do get a chance to get to know them, but you haven't met them physically. And when you meet them face to face, it's, if you're shy or whatever, it's hard.
yeah. Oh, it is. But
Or if you're trained not to talk when you're in that kind of public setting, which I was trained that way, it's difficult to untrain yourself. I'm getting better about it. I mean, there is times like me and Nikolai were just talking about this the other day. I've been away from these lives for 2 weeks. Do you know what I was experiencing when I did my first live when I got home? My stomach was turning inside out. I was having anxiety issues.
no,
And
I could
there's
get
no
that.
reason for it, but I was having them because I had gotten out of the groove of it. Because I put,
Yeah, I know you kind of get used to it.
yeah, and you have this mindset that when you're going to go live, this is what you're going to do. And then I didn't even have any idea what I was going to do for Thursday. And I was so tired. It took all I could to last as long as I did. Because I
You,
just was just jet lag, man. But I needed to do the live, got to get back on track.
yeah, you're a trooper. I don't know how you do those 6 hour, 12-hour lives.
Oh, there's a 12. Oh, speaking of which, September is approaching, right, Sean?
Yeah.
Do you know what that means?
Well, when it's September for my friend that I had on yesterday, but other than that, I don't know. There's Labor Day.
It's going to be my third anniversary of when I went live for the first time.
Oh, okay. I remember that day.
Because remember, I didn't have no video other than that one vertical pre-recorded of sailing. And that one was dropped in August of 2023. And then I did my first live in September of 2023. So I'm using that as my technically anniversary. So it's coming up. So I'm trying to decide what I want to do for the anniversary.
That sounds
3
fun.
years.
Yes, that was a fun day.
Yep, you were the good guy in all of it. You have the patience of Job. I'm over here freaking out, and you're like, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
Just calm down. It'll be okay.
It'll be all right. We can fix whatever problem arises, which you did. And you saved me a couple of times when I couldn't go live, and it was just because I skipped a setting without realizing it. And now when that happens, I don't panic anymore. I go look and see what I did wrong,
Yeah,
fix it. And that's
that's
because
good.
you showed me how to do it. And if it weren't for you, I don't know that I could have done as well as I've done. So you the man.
Thank you.
Mona 2.0 says, good morning, Moni. Sorry I missed you. XOXO. I'm almost got the inside part of the snowballing done, and then all I have to do is the outside of these. Hey, this is going to be a cool looking poinsettia, I think.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so I'm doing this part.
Maybe by next week, my mandala will be back on the wall.
Well, that'd be nice.
No, it's the blank wall behind me. We're also going to hang up a dowel in front of that from the ceiling up there. And I have some rings that I can attach a quilt to, because those, you see those, I don't know if you can see up at the top there where I tried to use command strips with a clip. It can't hold
Uh-huh.
it can't hold the weight of a quilt. The clips,
Oh.
it pulls everything off the wall. It's like, well, that was a bad idea. So we're going to do it the other way, because we're not going to get into the craft room until after the first of the year. We went to IKEA, looked at all the things we need to reset the whole room, and furniture's got to be bought, and we located 2 desks, or the desk is the same, we're just gonna buy 2 of them, which is longer and wider to help with my, because I want to be able to quilt bigger quilts, but I need space. So the bigger desk will help a lot with that. And the beauty of the desk is we can raise them up and down. And Nikolai will have a desk where he doesn't have to stand up and build Legos while he's hanging out.
Right.
And we already know what we're going to buy for shelves and things like that, because we're going to completely change it so that when I go in there finally, I won't feel so, but we're going to clean the whole thing out. We're taking everything out of it. We have to remove the top of the cutting table completely and wrap that in plastic, because the glass is totally embedded in the plywood, because we used unfinished plywood when we put the top on it. And even though we vacuumed it off, it's stuck in the wood. Little tiny shards of glass. And so we've made a decision to just take the top off, and we're going to cut part of it off as well to shrink it down a little bit, because when we bring those big desks in, we're going to need to make it a little bit smaller, but it'll still be big enough to cut big pieces of fabric on it. It just won't have that long strip that came between, that snugged my desk into it.
Right.
Removing that part of that part of it. And then I think it'll all work out once we get the measurements and figure out how many things we got to order, because we're going to do one big order, which means building another budget. Because we went to IKEA in Ahaus, and Ahaus is where Royal Arctic is, the container ship company, which you're aware of.
Yeah.
They have a port there. So, and we talked to management on whether we could do this, and they said yes. And they told us what we needed to do. They set up an account for us where we can order things, and we just got to contact Royal Arctic and let them know when we get ready to do the big order that IKEA is going to be sending it to them.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yep. So everything worked out on that. We spent 2 hours in that place. Man, some of the stuff they had in there was phenomenal. We also ate meatballs while we were there. They had some nice things.
They do, yeah.
Chat's gotten quiet. We need to ask them a question. Let me see here. What question can we ask? I did have it. I need to find a question to ask them. Okay, here's what I'm going to ask. Let's see. See how many people know an answer to this. Some of this I might not pronounce right. Does anyone know what an aglet is? A-G-L-E-T.
Not the first clue.
It has to do with sneakers and shoelaces.
Oh, is that the little hole that the lace goes through?
Yes. It's a small plastic or metal tip at the end of the shoelaces called an aglet. Its job is simple but important. It keeps the lace from fraying and makes it easier to thread through the eyelets of your shoes Without eglets, tying your sneakers would be a far more frustrating experience.
Very nice. I've learned something new today.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see if I can pronounce this one right. Maybe. What is a ferrule? It's Ferrule. Does anyone know what that is? And let's see what the chat says. And this has to do with, let's see. I'm going to give you a hint. It has to do with writing utensils and paintbrushes. What is a ferrule?
It's a good question. I have no idea. I'm not even going to guess.
Uh-oh. Where'd that go? So, hey, Diane. Diane knew what the first question was. The
Very
tip
good.
of your lace. Look at there. Okay, what is a ferrule? And I'll spell it in the channel. Ferrule. And it relates to a writing utensil and paintbrushes. That's the hint. Because paintbrushes and a particular writing utensil has something on it that they both share the same thing, that does the same thing.
Does it hold like the nib or the brush, the brush hairs?
Do what now?
Is it like the part that connects the handle to the?
Mm-hmm. It is. And look, see this pencil? What do you see?
Yeah. The
That
ferrule.
is called a ferrule.
Okay. See, I'm learning all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, pencils and paintbrushes share this thing.
So this is why I can't be on Jeopardy.
So there's a list. You know how I always put vocabulary words up with meanings
Yeah.
and pull and use them as a poll. This same
Yeah.
site has something that says 15 everyday objects with names you never knew. Okay, here's the next one. Zarf, Z-A-R-F. And it has to do with takeaway coffee cups. Let's see if anyone knows what it is. Zarf. Z-A-R-F. Anyone know what that is?
Takeaway coffee cups.
Yep.
Is it the waterproof liner inside the cup?
No.
Okay.
I'm not sure if they use this anymore in modern times, but in back when I was a kid, I remember seeing this thing that's used for takeaway coffee cups. I don't know if Australia had the same thing or not. It says it's often used in Middle Eastern coffee culture. Today, it's disposable. So I'm giving you more of a hint.
Is it the filter?
No.
Sounds like something from Dr.
Kathy
Seuss.
says it sounds like from Dr. Seuss. You know, do you remember on when you could go in the store and the coffee cups would be hot because they weren't insulated back then, and they had this little cardboard thing that had little handles, and you slide the cup into it and pick it up?
Like a coffee sleeve?
Yes, it's a coffee sleeve.
Ah, okay.
The Zarf. That's what it's called.
I had no idea. All right.
When I saw this list, I'm like, gosh, I don't know any. There might be a couple on the list. Let me see if there was one I actually knew.
I think you need to give us something that we actually know the answer.
Okay, here's one that you might know the answer. What's a grommet?
That's one of those things that you put in like the little holes like in tarpaulins and stuff.
Yeah, what is it? What does it do?
It protects the material from the ropes and stuff that you put through to tie it down.
Yeah. So it's a reinforced ring placed around a hole in fabric, leather, plastic, or metal. You see grommets on shower curtains, tarps, sneakers, belts, bags. They prevent the surrounding material from tearing and give a clean finished edge to an otherwise vulnerable opening.
Yep, that one I knew.
Okay, here's one someone might know the answer to. What is a pizza saver?
That's one of those little plastic containers you put a slice of pizza in and put it in the fridge so it doesn't get stale.
It's also used in to-go stuff.
Oh, is that little three-pronged thing that you see in the middle of pizzas? So that way when the delivery driver spins around
Yes.
corners at 75 miles an hour, it doesn't go sliding.
This is a tiny plastic table placed in the middle of a pizza box. It's called a pizza saver. Its purpose is to stop the top of the box from collapsing onto the cheese during delivery. It may look like dollhouse furniture, but it has saved countless pizzas from cardboard-related tragedies.
I also thought it was like when they went around corners really fast. I actually had a pizza delivered once where it was like all the pizza was on one side of the box.
Mm-hmm.
I called the place up and said, you need to send me another one because I'm not eating this.
Oh, here's one, you guys. This has to do with something on your face. So it relates to the human face. What is a philtrum? This one I saw, I'm like, I didn't even know it had a name. Philtrum. Does anyone know what that is? Lisette says sleeve. Yes.
Yep, got that one right.
Another question I asked. So
Yeah.
What is a philtrum? And I'll spell it in the channel for you guys. But don't go look it up. Just take a guess. It has to do with the human face. You know how we have ears and eyes? There's things, everything on your face has a label. So it's something on your face that's called a philtrum.
I didn't go to medical school.
Well, I didn't know that this particular part of your face parts had a name. You looky here. Someone got the answer. Barbara.
Nose hairs?
Below the nose, right here is the philtrum.
Yeah, I was just thinking that because I was like, hang on a second, if it's a filter, it has to be the nose hairs.
It's this little piece between your lip and your nose. Good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know how you have that little dentition right there? That's what that is. I did not know that had a label.
I figured it did, but I figured unless I was going to gross anatomy class, I didn't really need to worry about it.
Barbara hit the answer on the nose.
Good job.
You already ate that toothpick?
Yep. That's good.
The groove from your nose to your lip. Yep. That's what Diane also got the answer right. Okay, here's the next one. Okay.
That's correct.
All right. The next one is, the word is called keeper, and this relates to belts. What part of the belt has a keeper on it? Uh-oh. Oh, wait, that's okay. What part of the belt has a keeper on it?
A little part at the end that's like keeps it all together.
Yeah, some belts have a fixed keeper attached near the buckle, while others have a movable keeper that slides along the strap. Military belts have that movable kind.
Right.
They have like little teeth in it. Because my first husband had those kind of belts from being in the Army. or Kathy says, I have to run. We'll catch the replay so I can see your finished blocks. Have a great day. For your information, I'm from Western Pennsylvania. Welcome.
Oh, very nice.
Again, I hope to see you again in the channel. And
Yep.
thank you for hanging out with us.
Yeah, we're going to run away in a few minutes anyway, because it's almost time for me to take off. But I got like 3 seams left, and then I can show you what I did.
Yeah, mine's not finished. And hey, Donna from Dragonflies, how are you? We are working on the Merry Mini Christmas quilt. Sean and I will be getting together over the next couple of weekends to finish this. I'm a little behind because I waited till, well, I didn't wait till the last minute. I just didn't get it done.
That's okay.
But I'll have this block finished and the other parts cut and ready to go. What time is it now?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Yep, it's close to time for Sean to go toodaloo.
I've got 2 seams left to do, so I'm going to stay.
Okay.
I should be good to get that done.
Okay, and while you're doing that, and I'm cutting again because I'm making more snowball pieces. I want to remind everybody that I will be on Sherry's live this afternoon at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be working on Alice's Wonderland, and of course, I have nothing ready for that. I don't even know. I got to find my Alice's Wonderland stuff anyway. Also, the Mending Pieces Peace of Mind is being canceled tonight because it's too much for me, as tired as I am. So I talked to Myra and Danny. I haven't heard from Danny, but I'm sure she's seen the email by now. But Myra wrote back and said that, because I thought about moving it to next weekend, but I forgot that they were going to Scotland. Her and her husband and sister and brother-in-law are going to Scotland for 2 weeks. So she'll be in Scotland doing things. So we will not have our usual once a month mental health live. So we'll be doing it in August, and I'll probably schedule it like for the first Sunday in August is probably what I'll do. So sorry guys. But if anyone needs to talk that does attend these lives, let me know. And we'll see what we can do. Sorry. It's too, because there's no time to stick dinner in the middle of it.
Too much for you.
That's a lot to get.
And I'm still tired. So the best thing to do is I had to sacrifice something and it was that I was hoping to move it to next Sunday because I knew I'd feel better by next weekend. I'm not feeling bad. I'm just tired.
Yeah, jet lag takes a lot out of you. I don't think you really realize how much it is until you actually experience it for yourself.
Yeah, and between jet lag and working in the rain Friday, it wore my behind out. And I have another trip coming up. I'll be flying to Nuuk on the 25th because on Monday the 26th I'll be seeing an ears, nose, and throat doctor. I'll be seeing the doctor that's been handling my issues over the last 6 weeks because we're doing some stuff I haven't talked about yet. I probably won't talk about it yet for a while because there's some additional things that's got to happen before I'm ready to talk about it. But they will also be pulling more blood work. Plus, while he was talking about, he was doing it because my main blood work is fine. I have nothing really wrong there. But he's going to draw some extra things. And then I asked if he could draw extra tests or do 2 extra tests. The 2 extra tests, one is for cortisol levels. And the other one is to see if I'm insulin resistant. I'm not a diabetic. I don't have diabetes. The blood work came back and said that was all negative. But I could be insulin resistant. And there's a test for that. So we're going to do that because basically all of this testing is going to help with determining how we can best combat my breathing issues because I'm having lots of breathing problems right now, and that has to do with my lungs. My heart's fine. I have no heart disease, nothing like that. This is all about the damage done to my lungs from birth till now, problems relating to asthma and pneumonia. So there's some things they're going to try to do to help me breathe better, and some of it means you guys will probably see some changes over the next year. And I'm not ready to talk about that yet because I'm scared, and I don't want to talk about it. Put it that way. Not
Fair
yet.
enough.
Not yet.
Yep.
But
It'll work out.
well, some people I think have already noticed something. But when I feel like I'm on a good track and things are going in the direction they need to go in, then I probably will talk about it. But until I see that change, no, I'm not talking about it. Because every time you talk about it, it blows up in your face.
Mm-hmm. All right, so this is what the block looks like at the end.
Hang on, let me. Oh my gosh, Sean, hang on. I need to screenshot this.
Okay.
Hold on, and if you have a chance, can you take a picture?
Yeah, I'll do that after we get
Wow,
off.
look at that! I can't. That's beautiful.
Yeah, turned out really nicely. So
That is outstanding.
there
Yeah,
we
take a
go.
picture so I can post it on the community tab if you don't
Yeah,
mind.
absolutely. Yep, I'll take care of
And
that.
the Facebook group if it's okay with you.
Yeah, you share wherever you want. Doesn't matter to me. I figure
Yeah,
once it's on
because
the
this is
internet.
both our sew along. So, and I'll send you a picture of mine when I get it finished if you want to share it on your stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I figure once it goes on the internet, it's for everybody to see anyway. So
Yeah, yep. Okay, so this is the poinsettia block. And
hang on, I'm still in spotlight.
oh, dang it. So we did the poinsettia today, and I'll finish mine and I'll get a picture and post it on the community tab with Sean's when he has a chance to send me his, and I'll post it on the community tab and in the Facebook group. Also, we'll be getting together again next Sunday at the same time, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will jump on the next one. But I'll be better prepared next weekend. I'm sorry, Sean.
Yep. Oh, you're fine.
Everybody says beautiful. Wait.
Thank you.
Jennifer says beautiful. Denise says sweet. Helen says very, very pretty, Sean. All right. Time for you to go, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell them when you go live one more time.
All right, 8 a.m. Eastern on Saturday mornings. I'm the early guy, and I used to say I was the one to rise with, but we've got a couple of early morning people now that jump on before me. So, yeah, you can start your weekend with us, and yeah, I'll have a podcast. Usually it's at 9 a.m. Eastern, but this morning I'm running behind. It's recorded, set to edit it, so that'll be up either later today or tomorrow morning. So, keep an eye out for that. But I'll be back live next Saturday morning. So come over and join us if you can't watch the if you can't watch the live because you're busy or you're sleeping. Come check out the replay. It's also a great thing. So. Thanks for having me today, Katy. It was fun hanging out with you and just making this beautiful block, and I'm looking forward to seeing the next one as well.
Yeah, it's really good to get to sew with you again. And I watched your live yesterday because I was awake early, which
Yeah.
is unusual for me.
I know, right?
Yeah, this jet lag has my schedule all screwed up, but just fine. I was enjoying the live yesterday. And thank you so much for sewing with me. I always enjoy sewing with you. You guys
No problem.
remember to live, laugh, love, and dream. What do you do with all of that? You make something beautiful, or go share some blessing with someone else that needs it, because you never know, it might change your whole world. See you at Sherry's at 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. Bye, everyone.
All right, bye, guys.
Okay, we are done.
All right.